Hey everyone, this is Tieghan, the founder of Half Baked Harvest, and this is everything I eat in a day. The first thing I do when I wake up is I drink a giant glass of water. I just know how important it is. I get dehydrated so quickly and I always want to stay hydrated all day long. First thing in the morning, I do eat a small breakfast, but a simple breakfast I always go for a hike first and then I will grab a quick coffee, and then I am off to start my day. My typical breakfast this is so odd, I do a giant glass of goat milk. So I do coffee and then I do a giant glass of goat milk because we have goats. They produce their own milk and it is full of protein, old school style. I am a big coffee girl. The one thing is though, I love a good espresso machine. I have that Breville espresso machine and it is my life. I do an Americano with 2 shots of espresso in it and it is just the best thing. I love it so much. If I'm not making my own coffee, honestly, I know a lot of people don't love this, but I just go to Starbucks and get the Americano with 2 shots of espresso. So for breakfast, I am either an overnight oats girl, which is really only in the summer because I don't love that whole situation. But my main thing that I kind of just do repetitively is I'll do yogurt with lots and lots of fresh fruit, or sometimes I'll skip the yogurt and I'll do lots of fresh fruit, a big drizzle of a nut butter, like a peanut butter or an almond butter. And then I always do flax seeds and chia seeds, but I do them ground because they're easier to digest. And that is usually breakfast. If I am traveling and on the road, my go-to breakfast is avocado toast. Sometimes I will do the fried egg on top because that is just delicious. Why the heck not? If I'm going out and we're doing a brunch, we're getting the pancakes, we're getting the French toast and the maple syrup drizzle, all of it. Lots of fresh fruit though still. If you're traveling, I feel like you gotta try all the things and live a little. So that's what we're doing for breakfast. In between breakfast and lunch, I am always snacking because I typically have to try food that I'm recipe testing. So I always am taking little bites of things and kind of testing things honestly throughout the day. I am doing a lot of recipe creation for my cookbook, recipe creation for Instagram and our website, Half Baked Harvest. I do have a cookbook, you guys. I have 3 cookbooks actually. They're very popular. They're all New York Times best sellers. And this last one is especially popular. It is Half Baked Harvest Every Day. And it is so good. My favorite book so far. If I am not it's not a taste testing in the kitchen cooking day, I do have lunch then. I try to get my greens in. I try to do a nice big salad, but full of leftovers. So whatever's in the fridge. Or if I'm going to a restaurant or something, I love a really good grain bowl. And anything with avocado on the side is so delicious. And I'll throw in whatever the leftovers are in the fridge and kind of just make a hodgepodge salad. If there's no dressing, sometimes I'll have a homemade ranch dressing in the fridge. I love a blue cheese dressing. I'll just drizzle that on top. If I don't, I just do a simple olive oil, balsamic, lemon, little fig preserves, salt, pepper, and chili flakes. And that is lunch. So if I'm gonna have chocolate during the day, I'm having a craving because I'm very much a chocolate person, I will either do one of 2 things. One, grab a really nice chocolate bar, high quality chocolate bar with a little bit of sea salt on it. And then what I do is I take a banana and I kind of eat them together because chocolate and bananas are just such a delicious combo. If I'm really kind of need a good snack, peanut butter. Chocolate, banana, peanut butter, yum, so good. Or if it's cold and I need something warming, I'll do a hot chocolate with cacao powder and a little tiny drizzle of either maple or honey to sweeten it up. And then I'll put some espresso powder in there and a little sea salt and vanilla, delicious. I can definitely get hangry. It depends on the day, how hungry I am, especially for dinner. Long day, tired, I can get a little nasty if I'm super hungry. So for dinner, my day is long and my day is super busy and I don't eat dinner until super late, usually 9:30, 10. Usually it's what I'm making during the day. So it can literally be anything. That could be pasta, chicken, it could be pancakes. It's kind of whatever. But I always try to make sure that there's greens and things. So I do always have a really good hearty salad on the side. And always our greens are in my fridge. Always avocado. Lots of vegetables and lots of color. So I'm actually from a super small town and there's not a lot of restaurant options. So if we're going out to eat, it's usually just kind of a burger situation. You know what I mean? If I'm traveling, I'm in New York City right now, I'm going to all the restaurants. We did Carbone, all the good spots and kind of trying what's out there. Would I consider myself a good cook? Yeah, I'm a good cook, but I am not a chef. I'm not expertly trained. I don't do things the proper way. I just do them the way they work for me. And if it works, it works and we're good to go. But I'm not a properly trained chef and I would never call myself a chef. So I actually love making cocktails. My favorite cocktail to make is probably a bourbon cocktail. I just think they're fun, they're cozy, they're warming. But my favorite cocktail to drink is either gonna be a margarita or a really good Moscow Mule with a really good ginger beer topping, my favorite. I would never do processed meats like a hot dog, not my thing, nope. I have never tried Spam. I know some people love it and they hate me for saying this, but Spam's not my thing. Anything that's like processed and honestly just like freaks me out, and I don't like tofu. Always in my kitchen are olive oil, avocados, fresh fruit, always. Olive oil because you can use it to cook, make salad dressings, make sauces, saute your vegetables, whatever it is. Avocados because I just love avocados. I'll literally take an avocado, mash it up, put a little sea salt on it and dig in. So good. And then fresh fruit because I also love fresh fruit. Pineapple, strawberries, all of those things are my favorite. I love a good Honeycrisp apple. Gotta have fresh fruit on hand. So I've been to New York, which is obviously great. Love New York. Been to LA, which is also obviously great. For the food that I've tasted between LA and New York, John and Vinny's in LA is really, really good. The cacio e pepe is just delicious. But New York is so special. There's so many restaurants to try here. It's a vibe, it's fun, and there's just like really good food here. I gotta say New York. Sorry, LA. I had so much fun today. This was amazing. I had a great time with Harper's Bazaar, and I am so excited to be here sharing what I eat in a day with you guys. You can grab my cookbooks, wherever cookbooks are sold. It is the perfect holiday gift, and people love to give it to their families. You can find me at Half Baked Harvest everywhere. And thank you guys so much for viewing, and that is what I eat in a day.